Hello everyone, welcome to Upper Public School Kalburgi. This is Jyoti, your IT teacher. Let us start with your Unit 3 Digital Documentation. Word processor. A word processor is a general purpose application software. By the term application software, I mean these are the programs which are designed by the programmer to perform a particular task. So a word processor is a general purpose application software which is capable of creating, editing, saving and printing a document. So some of the popular word processors are Microsoft Word, which is a desktop utility, OpenOffice, which is also a desktop utility, and third one Google Docs, which is an internet based utility. So let us see some of the features of word processor. First one, ease and speed. A word processor provides an easy and fast way to type the text. Second one, editing features. Using the editing features, you can insert, delete, copy a particular text in a document. Third one, formatting features. Using the formatting features, you can apply font colors, font sizes, bold, italic, underline to the desired text. Then fourth one, graphic features. Using the graphic features, you can add drawings, shapes and charts into the document. Fifth one, storage features. So word processor can store the documents for the future use and which can be retrieved whenever it is required. Sixth one, printing features. Using the printing features, you can print the documents and most of them will support what you see is what you get feature. Seventh one, vocabulary and spell check feature. Using this feature, you can correct any of the spelling errors in the document so that the document is error free. Then eighth one, mail merge feature. Using this feature, you can send a single document to multiple recipients. And ninth one, OLE feature, that is object linking embedding. Using this, the Word document can embed any of the objects within the document such as charts, etc. Now let us see how to start Microsoft Word. So firstly, you have to go for the Start, then All Programs, then select Microsoft Office, then select Microsoft Word 2007 or Microsoft Word 2010. Let us start the Word application. So click on the Start button, then find for the Microsoft Office, click on Microsoft Office, then select Microsoft Office Word 2007. By default, the Word application will open a blank document with the name Document 1. Now let us see how to create a blank document in Microsoft Word application. You have three methods. First method is click on the File tab and select New option and select blank document from the available template section. That is, click on the File tab or else Office button. So Office button is available in the Microsoft Word 2007. So click on the Office button, click on New, then select blank and resend, select blank document, then click on Create. Second method is press Ctrl plus N key combination. Now third method is click on the New button located on the Quick Access toolbar. So the Quick Access toolbar is present on the uppermost left corner. So this is your Quick Access toolbar. Here you can click on the drop down arrow and click on New. So your new document will be created. Now let us see how to open an existing document. So you have again three methods. First method is click on the File tab or Office button and select the Open option. So click on the Office button here. So you have Open here. Click on the Open. Then select the location where you have saved the file. So I'll select Desktop. I have a file here called as Examples and click on that one and click on Open. So this is the Word document which I have opened now. And second method is press Ctrl plus O key combination. And third method is click on the Open button located on the Quick Access toolbar. So in the Quick Access toolbar, you have the Open option, so which will help you to open an existing document. So these are the three methods to open an existing document. Let us see how to save a document. So in this one, click on the File tab and select the Save option. You can either click on the File tab or click on the Office button. So I click on the Office button. I'll open a file. So this is the document which I want to save. I'll click on the Office button, click on Save. Save dialog box will appear here. So select the location where you want to save the file. On desktop I'll save and give a name as sample document and then click on Save. So the document will be saved on the desktop. So you can see here it is already saved on the desktop. Second method is press Ctrl plus S key combination to save your document. Then third method is click on the save button located on the quick access toolbar. So quick access toolbar is at the top, so you can directly click on the save button here. How will you save a document using password protection? So click on the file tab and select the save as option from the drop down menu. So if you are having Microsoft Word 2007, you can click on the Office button, then click on the Save As. A dialog box will appear, so you can give the file name. I'll give the file name as 13. Then select the location where you want to save. I'll select it as desktop. So file name is 13. Then click on Tools, General Options. Now this is a dialog box here. So click on Password to open 123. Click on OK. Then re-enter the password 123. Click on OK. Then click on Save. Now I'll close this document and let us see whether the document 13 is being saved with the password. So I'll open the Word file 13. So it is asking me for the password. So enter the password to open file. So I'll enter the password. Password is 123. I'll click on OK. So this is the document which is being saved by the password. Components of Microsoft Word window. We have 9 components. First one, Office button. So the Office button is at the top corner of the Word window. So click on the Office button. We have certain options here: New, Open, Save, Save As, Print, Prepare, Send, Publish, Close. So you can perform any of these tasks using the Office button. Then second one, Quick Access Toolbar. So the Quick Access Toolbar is present right beside the Office button. So this provides you an easy access to the frequently used commands. So by default, the Quick Access Toolbar has 3 buttons, that is Save, Undo and Redo. You can also add few of the buttons by using in this way. Right. Third one, Title bar. So the title bar is at the top of the Word document. So this is the title bar. So it shows the name of the current document and the name of the application. So the name of the current document is 13 and the name of the application is Microsoft Word. So this is your title bar. Then fourth one, ribbon. So the ribbon is present at the top of the Word window. So the entire area starting from Office button till the question mark, that is till the editing. So this entire area is the ribbon. The ribbon has 7 tabs within it. First one is Home, then Insert, Page Layout, References, Mailings, Review and View. So each of these tabs has inbuilt again commands. Work area is the blank area of the document where you can type, edit and format the text. So the white color screen what you can see here is the work area. Thus ruler bars. So you can view the ruler bars by clicking on view ruler. So you have 2 ruler bars, horizontal ruler bar and vertical ruler bar. So horizontal ruler bar will help us for the page alignments, indents and the margins, whereas vertical ruler bar will help for the vertical alignment of the text. One, status bar. So the status bar is located at the bottom of the Word document. In this, the status bar will help you to see the total number of pages in a document, words in the document and the proofing tool and the language used. And then it also shows the different views of a document. We have 5 views, that is print layout, then full screen reading, then web layout, then outline and the draft view. The 9th one, zoom slider, which will help you to zoom in and zoom out to a respective document. Apply editing features. So in the editing features, you can insert, delete, move and copy a particular text in a document. Let us see how to copy and paste the text. Now here, select the desired text and click on the copy button in the clipboard group on the Home tab. Now here, let us see practically how to copy and paste the text. Here, I'll copy the first paragraph. One method is either right click and then click on copy, or else you can go for Home tab, click on copy. Now let us paste the copied text. I'll paste here. Either go for the Home tab, click on paste, or else you can press as Ctrl+V to paste. Another method to copy and paste the text is select the desired text and press the Ctrl+C key combination to copy the text, and now bring the pointer to the desired location and press Ctrl+V key combination to paste the copied text. moving the text. To move the text, select the desired text and click on the cut button in the clipboard group on the home tab, and bring the pointer to the desired location and click on the paste button. So let us see how to move the text. Now here there is a paragraph here. I'll select the paragraph and click on cut button in the home tab. Now to paste the text, I'll select a desired location in my document. I'll select here and paste the text. So go for the home tab and click on paste. So this is how we will move the text from one location to the another location. Second method is select the desired text and press the Ctrl X key combination to cut the text, and now bring the pointer to the desired location and press the Ctrl plus V key combination to paste the text. So these are the two methods to move the text. Now let us see the use of the undo and the redo option. So the undo option is used to reverse the action of an earlier action. For example, I delete the entire paragraph now. Now if I want to undo my last action, that is I don't want the deletion to be done. So what I have to do is I have to just click on the undo button on the quick access toolbar. So you can see the paragraph is once again on the screen. So the shortcut for the undo is Ctrl plus Z key combination. Now the use of the redo button is it will just repeat the last action which I have performed. For example, if I have performed deletion, what it will do is after using the undo button, it will just repeat the last action. You can see I am pressing the redo button on the quick access toolbar. So redo. So you can see again the text has been deleted. To select non-consecutive text, select the first text that you want and hold the Control key, and then select the next text that you want. Now to select the non-consecutive text in this paragraph, I'll first select a text machine, then I'll hold the Control key, then select the remaining words. You can see I have selected operations, including, group, particular. So I have selected 5 words here. I'll copy these all the 5 words, Control C, then paste it. So this is how we will select the non-consecutive text items. So you can see all the 5 words are being pasted in here. To select vertical block of text, select the first text that you want and hold the Alt key, and then select the next word. So let us see how to select the vertical block of text. So this is the paragraph. I'll select the vertical block of text now. So holding the Alt key, I'll just perform the selection now. So I've selected the vertical block of text. Copy the text now using Ctrl plus C, then paste it here. Ctrl plus V. So you can see the vertical block of text has been pasted here. Let us see the use of find and replace utility. So find and replace utility will help us to find a word in a document and replace it with the desired word. So let us find a word in the document. So to find a word, go for the home tab, then in the editing group select the find option. So click on the find option here, then it will ask you find what. So I will find a word operations in the entire document. So I'll give it as operations. Now click on find next. You can see wherever the word operations is there in the document, the word will find it for you. You can see there are 2 occurrences of the word operations. Now the word has finished searching the document. So click on OK. To replace the word in the document, go for the editing group, click on the replace here. Now find what? The word operations and replace it with the word functions. So now click on replace. So you can see here it is showing me the word operations here. Then after clicking on replace, you can see here the word operations is being replaced by the word functions. Once again you can also see here replace. So word has finished searching the document. So both the words, that is the operations, has been replaced by the word functions in the document. As you can see here, functions. Jump to a page number. So to go to a particular page in a document, you can directly use the Ctrl plus G key combination. As you can see, the document, it has 5 pages now. If I want to go for page number 4 in the document, press the Ctrl plus G key combination. Now find and replace dialog box will be displayed. Here click on go to, then select the page and enter the page number. So I'll select the page number as 4, then click on go to. As you can see here, the page number 4 is being displayed. So page 4 of 5. So totally there are 5 pages and the current page is page number 4. Spell check and grammar utility. So this utility will help us to keep the document error free. So as you can see in the document, the word including is misspelled here. So the red wavy line will indicate that the word is being misspelled. So to use the spell check and the grammar utility, either you can press F7 or else you can go for review tab, then click on spelling and grammar. Then as you can see, the spelling and the grammar dialog box has been displayed. So it will show you that the particular word should be including. So you can take the suggestion including, then click on change. As you can see, the spelling and the grammar check is complete and the word is being corrected now. So it is including here. Another method to use this spell check and grammar is, as you can see here, the word operation is misspelled here. So click on the word, right click, then either you can take the suggestion directly here or else you can click on the spelling and the grammar tool and click on change. So as you can see, the word is being corrected here. Using synonyms and thesaurus. So synonyms are the words that are similar or have a related meaning to a particular word, right? Now how will you use the synonyms and the thesaurus for a particular document? To use synonyms and thesaurus tool, you can directly press Shift plus F7 or else you can go for review tab, then select the thesaurus option. So click on thesaurus. As you can see, it will display a list of synonyms for the word resources here. So search for resources. So these are the list of the synonyms. For example, if I want to replace resources with income, I'll just click here. Again it will show me 3 options here. Insert as, directly the word income will be replaced in the place of the resources, or else you can copy and paste, or else you can look up for the synonyms for the income term, right? So I'll directly insert the word income. Insert. As you can see, the word resources has been replaced by the word income here.